Hello everyone. I'm attempting to make tofu mayonnaise, which I've never made before. Hi Arlene, I see you're back. I've already put a couple of ingredients in here. I put the salt in. Since I measured it out, I didn't want to spill it, so I put it in the tofu right away. I found the recipe on the internet, so I think it's an easy recipe to do. I had to get it out for a little while. Okay, good. Like I said, and I use the firm tofu, silken tofu, and I've already added the salt to it, and I've added 2 tablespoons of grapeseed oil. That's what it called for, neutral like grapeseed oil. Now I'm going to put in the lemon juice, which I have not done yet. 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And they said to start with the smaller amount first, because you can always add the more later. So that's what I'm going to do. And I haven't opened my lemon juice, so bear with me. Okay, now it's okay. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon to of the lemon juice. Whoa, sorry about that, started spitting all over. This is a little bit of trial and error, as you can tell. It's something I've never done before, so you'll have to bear with me. You know, you're learning along with me, so. And I'm thankful for everybody that's coming in already. And I've already put the salt in there. And okay, then the last thing I add would be my agave. I put agave nectar in too, but it would be the last thing I do it. I put in. I think that's what it says. Huh? All right, I'll just do this, and then I'll add the agave nectar at the end. Soak it a little bit. Scrape this down off the sides and blend it a little bit more. It has to be nice and creamy. As you can see, it's coming along. And I've never really had tofu, so we'll see how it goes. It's probably an acquired taste, but it ought to taste pretty good. The last thing I add to it would be it calls for 1/2 teaspoon of agave nectar. And that's going to make it. That's going to sweeten it. All right, and I will get this so smooth, and then I will add the agave nectar at the very end. Hi, Philip. Welcome. Thank you for the super hot spirit. Thank you. Now I think that it's creamy enough. I'm going to add the agave nectar, and it should be good to go. I'll have to blend that in there, and then it should be good to go. I got to go get my agave nectar. I forgot to get it out. I'm usually organized and have everything out, but I just forgot to go to the cupboard and get this out before I came on. But it's all good. What this is going to do, this is going to give it a little bit of flavor. It's going to sweeten it up a little bit. And then I'll mix that in there, and it should be good to go. This was a very simple recipe. And I'm also going to try eventually later, maybe if not today, maybe tomorrow. But I want to make some tofu kidney bean burgers. I bought some kidney beans today. Yes, it's vegan mayo. It's made with tofu. And I've never done this before, and I want to see what it's going to taste like. And I'm going to try eventually, maybe later, I'll try the tofu kidney bean burgers. But I'm going to finish blending this a little bit longer to get this mixed in, and then it's good. Should be okay to go, and then I can show it to you. I've got to get the bottom off first. There it comes. Scrape this off. This is, like I said, this is trial and error. This is something I've never done before, so we're going to see how it's going to taste. And I'll take this and put this back in the corner. Now I'm going to pour this in here, in this bowl. As you can see, look how creamy it is. It's nice and creamy. You got to raise this up just a little bit. I bought a new stand, so it's a little bit of trial and error with it too. There we go. There. Now you can see how, now you can watch me pour it in here. And this actually only lasts about a week or so, but as much as I eat, that's fine with me, because I only started with half the tofu. I had to drain it and rinse it real well first. So I put the other half into the refrigerator, into a container, and I'll be using that up probably before too long anyway. So I bought me a bunch of tofu today so I could make some stuff. So, hi, good to see you. It's actually not bad. Okay, this is my tofu mayonnaise. Good morning, Dolores. Good to see you. Welcome. I just made some tofu mayonnaise. I've never made it before, and I think it looks very good. It could go on sandwiches. It could probably even go to my salad too if I wanted to put it in there. Yeah, you'll have to watch the replay. It was very simple to make. I only used 8 ounces of the firm tofu, and then I put in some grapeseed oil and some salt, and I added agave nectar to the end of it to sweeten it up a little bit. Only just a half a teaspoon of agave nectar. It was a very simple recipe that I found, and I thought, well, I'm going to try it, because tofu isn't all that expensive either, and tofu is supposed to be good. So, and like I said, I've never really had it. We had it in Hawaii. We ate it when we were in Hawaii, but it's an acquired taste actually. What animal are you saying? But he's gone. And it's an acquired taste for the people that may not like tofu, but you know, we mix it into something, it's not so bad. But for those that did not see it, here it is. I think it looks very good, and it come out nice and creamy. It really did. I'm really pleased with. Oh, you have some? Oh, okay. I thought I would give it a try, and I can have some sandwiches and put this on my bread for sandwiches. Like I said, it doesn't make very much. It's only gonna last for about a week or so, but that's fine, because all I do is keep buying tofu and just making more, because that's only enough for me anyway. I don't need to make a gob. Didn't it though? It turned out very nice, didn't it? If anybody wants the recipe, just message me and I'll give you the recipe. I wrote it down on my recipe cards. And the tofu burgers, I've got it on my phone. I haven't got it on my written down on my recipe cards, but I know where it's at on my phone. Because here I was at Walmart trying to find a good tofu burger recipe, and I saw that one, so I thought I better get some more tofu, because you use a whole thing of tofu there. And I had to get some kidney beans. It takes 2 cans of kidney beans, and it takes some cumin. So I thought I better get the stuff I don't have, so I can make the tofu kidney bean burger, tofu and kidney bean burgers. And I thought that sounds good. Oh, thank you. I just come back from Walmart. These are my Sabbath clothes. I always dress in my Sabbath clothes when I go to the store. And I was the only one with a skirt on, and everybody else, you know, had short shorts on and no bra, and some of them were, you know, they had tattoos from the top to the bottom, and they looked disgusting. And women with tattoos doesn't look very good anyway. And I just shake my head, you know. I don't say anything to them, but I just shake my head at it. It's sad that people, you know, where their mind's at. It's not where it should be. But I'm going to keep coming on here. Yeah, you've encountered that too, haven't you, Arlene? It's sad, but people just, well, it's been cool today up until right now. It's a little warmer, but it was cool this morning. We were on about 50 this morning, and it felt so good. I slept like a baby last night, covered myself up, and felt so good. Right now it's warming up. The sun's come out. And the people that dress in the real short shorts, they might as well not have any shorts on at all because they're right up to you know what. They're hiney, and it's terrible. And they go out dressed like that. It's sad. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time. Those that just came on. And it's sad to see people dress like that. And but I'm thankful that I'm able to dress appropriately, look like a lady, act like a lady. I know. I don't know. It's hard to say. Everybody might be gone or something. No, I do not. I only speak English. That's all I speak. If you want to be in here, you want to comment back. Anybody that's putting foreign languages up here, you will be blocked because I don't speak any foreign language, and neither does anybody else in here. You got to speak English. This is the only language I know. God hasn't given me the gift of the other language. I did take Spanish in school, but that was a long time ago, many moons ago, and I've kind of forgotten it by now. But I just thought I'd come in and do a little bit of, oh, you did a scope earlier, Philip? I have to go back and watch the replay. I was gone, so I know Stacy came on, and I have to watch the replay of hers, and I have to watch those that I missed. So if I missed your Periscope, it wasn't on purpose. I was out and about, and I don't like to put Periscope on when I'm out and about because I have to do what I have to do to get back home again. So I think you can understand that. Not everybody, will be on at the same time or be able to. Oh yeah, I will definitely watch yours, Philip. If you came on earlier, I will definitely watch it. I've got to watch Stacy's replays too because she came on when I was in Walmart, but I couldn't watch hers either. I thought, well, I'll watch a replay. I thought she'd be on here too, but she isn't. It doesn't matter. It's all good. If you get somebody in here to watch the replay that has never been on before, and it's exactly, Philip. And if somebody watches the replay that's not a vegan, not a Seventh-day Adventist, maybe this will encourage them to become vegan. Hi, Teresa. Oh, you were watching her replay when I came on. Well, you could have finished up her replay. That's fine. I have yet to watch it. I just came home, put a few things away that I had purchased. I bought another thing of tofu. I wanted to get that in the fridge and that. Hi, good to see you. Here is my tofu mayonnaise. I think it came out really good, and it was such a simple recipe that I'm really pleased with. It only took 8 ounces, half of the tofu. It's kind of hard to measure out exactly half. It may be a little less than half, but not very much. So I did the best job I could. And they say it only lasts about a week or so in the fridge. But like I said, as much as I eat stuff, it's probably, don't have to worry about it because I'll either put it in a salad or I'll put it on bread. And yes, I did, and it's not really bad. But tofu is an acquired taste. So I wasn't sure I was going to like it or not. And I intend to, since you just came on, I intend to, whether it's today or tomorrow, I am not really sure. But I found a good kidney bean tofu recipe for burgers on the internet. I'm going to try to make those too in front of you. Oh, you'll make your tofu. Oh, okay. Because tofu is supposed to be really good for us. So I thought, and since Walmart is starting to carry tofu now, oh yeah, you will. Since Walmart's been carrying tofu for a while, I thought that's ideal. I don't have to go any special place to get it. Yeah, I think it will be too early. Can you imagine that? But it's enough to, but a lot of it is done on the stove. And I had to get a hand blender because they call for a hand blender. So I just got a real inexpensive hand blender to do that burger. Because I figure if I make it more than one time, I'm going to need it. Because the mixer won't work. And I don't want to use my Ninja and the food processor. So I'm going to try that a little later and see how it turns out. I hope it comes out. Let me get some water. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time. Seems like the old dirty devil likes to come in and make my voice go all cattywampus. And but I'm thankful for what few people have in here. Everybody's learning from everybody else. I've learned from Stacy, and I've learned from Philip. I think you're right. I think you're right. I will eventually, though, because I was asked to do it yesterday by people in Stacy's scope to show people how to crochet. Now, I know that that's not going to interest Philip and some of the other guys, and that's perfectly fine. I don't expect men to come into it. However, if they come into it, that's fine too. You know, but I was asked to do it oh, there's Mama Rosa. Welcome, Mama Rosa. Here is my tofu mayonnaise. It came out really good. I'm really pleased with it. It was an easy recipe to make, and I found a tofu kidney bean burger that I want to make. I'm learning a lot. You know, once I start making this stuff, I'm going to continue to make it because it's easy. You know, I'm learning from you guys. You're learning from me. And like I said, regardless of whether I get a lot of people in my Periscope, it doesn't matter because we're all learning from each other. You know, I learned from Philip and I learned from Stacy because Philip's given me a lot of advice too. You know, she loves to crochet. Yeah, but I've been crocheting and knitting for years. I've been crocheting and knitting over 50 years because I taught myself how to do it. I just got some books and some knitting needles and some crochet thread and crochet yarn, and I just started. I do more crocheting than I do knitting though, because knitting is a longer process. It would be easier to teach somebody how to crochet than it would be knitting. I mean, I could take time and teach somebody to crochet. I'll just find a pattern that I've done before, and I'll have the yarn and show people how to do it. Well, welcome, Philip. Here is my tofu mayonnaise. I think it came out very, very good, and you used to knit a long time ago. Well, I'm trying to learn how to knit too, but I know how to knit, but I'm doing it with double pointed needles, which is a little harder than regular knitting needles. But those that just come on here and didn't see my tofu mayonnaise, here it is. I think it really came out good, and I've tasted it, and it's not too bad. Like I said, tofu is an acquired taste. Let me get some more water. It's an acquired taste, so it's going to be something I'm going to have to get used to. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Darlene. Here is my tofu mayonnaise I just made. I think it's very good. And you know something, Darlene? For those that just came in here, I found a tofu kidney bean burger that I want to make a little later. If not today, maybe tomorrow, for lunch or for supper, whatever. I think it's going to be very simple to make. I had to buy the cumin and I had to get some extra tofu, but I thought it would be. Oh, my daughter. Oh, she likes to knit. I would rather crochet than knit. Although I am loom knitting right now. Now I can show somebody how to do that too, but you have to take special looms for that. But I can also show that as well. Let me get some more water. I taught myself everything. I taught myself how to knit and crochet and loom knit, and now I'm learning. You know, I'm trying to be a better cook. So I guess I'm a jack of all trades. You know, and I'm really enjoying this because I'm helping you, and you're learning from me, and I learned from. Like I said, I learned from Stacy, and Philip has given very good vegetarian scopes where he's talked about certain things that are good for you. He's also talked about things that are bad for you, and we already know what to look out for. So I make sure that I don't get anything with the carrageenan in it anyway, because the carrageenan, we can't have that. So, you know, the veggie cheese that I bought, you know who's eating it? My dog is eating it. I figured I'm not going to throw it out, just give it to her. She loves it because she's on antibiotics for her infection. And this is the last day, so I just put in some cheese and she eats it. And because she has to have it with food, so it works pretty well that way. I didn't want to throw it out, but I just make sure now that when I buy anything, I look at all the ingredients. And anything that calls for vanilla extract, like my almond milk did, I didn't put that in there either, because I looked at all the vanillas today, even the imitation. They all have alcohol in them. Why do I want to put that in my body? Why would they put alcohol in the vanilla? That I cannot figure out. Because I can't understand why they would put alcohol in vanilla like that. Because vanilla is what I was put in my almond my almond milk, but instead of that I put blue raw agave nectar, which is fine because it still tastes good. I probably should have put honey in it, which I might do the next time. Honey would even sweeten it up better. With the dates and honey, it would have definitely sweetened it up. But there's just so many things out there that they say they're vegan or they're non-GMO, and then you look at them and it says it's got alcohol in it. And I found that out. Was it Arlene that told me or somebody else told me on Periscope? I can't remember who it was that told me. And I felt so bad that I had used it that day to make my almond milk. I thought, oh no, well, I finished it up. I wasn't going to throw it out because almonds are expensive, so I just used it anyway. But, yeah, I figured it was you, Arlene. But, I guess we have to read the labels really well, And I really don't read the labels like I should, but nowadays, you better start reading the food labels. And some of them have very few ingredients in them. Some of them have a lot. Now, my grapeseed oil, all it has in it is grapeseed oil. That's it. That's all it has in it. You have to, what's tofu mayonnaise? It's made out of tofu. Tofu is I don't know what you call it. It's funny looking. It's white. And they have it in water to preserve it, I suppose. And then you have to drain it and then rinse it off. And I used half the thing of tofu. Walmart's getting tofu. And this is what it looks like. It's white. And I added some agave to it, agave nectar to sweeten it up. But it just takes just a few ingredients and yes, it is. That's why I made it, because it's healthier than the mayonnaise you buy in the store. Tofu is very healthy for you. What did I put in it? Okay, I'll tell you what I put in it. Of course, I put in I used 8 ounces of the tofu. It takes 2 to 3 tablespoons of the vegetable, grapeseed oil or whatever. I could have put a little bit more. It says to start on the lower side, 2 to 3. I'm going to put 2 in there. 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I just put 1 tablespoon in. Yes, it is. I found the recipe on the internet. I could have put 2 in there, but I thought just better put 1 because you don't want to flavor it up too much. You can adjust it to yourself, and a half a teaspoon of salt. What I did is when I started, I put the tofu in my food processor with the salt and the oil to start with, and then you add the rest of it later. You just start, with the oil and the salt. You just put that in your tofu and blend it up real good, and then you put your agave nectar, which it's got the regular agave nectar and half a teaspoon of agave nectar. Now it called for half a teaspoon of salt. Well, I'm not into kosher salt anymore, so I put sea salt in it, which I think sea salt or Himalayan salt, both of them are very good. I just put it into a bowl because I've got the grinder, and you never know when you're grinding and how much you're going to grind. So I just start grinding it a little bit, measure it out if it's enough. Then I just poured it in there because I didn't want to spill it on the counter or on the floor. So that's why I didn't show you putting the salt in there, because I'd already measured it out, put it in there before I came on. But that's basically what it takes. Then you blend it all together. And it's simple as that. It doesn't take very much at all. It's a recipe that anybody can make. Even a child can make it because it's so simple. And when I go to make the tofu kidney bean burgers, it'll be a little bit take a little bit longer process to do than this did. But I'll eventually get those done. I don't know if I'll get it done today because it's getting close to 1 o'clock. So maybe a lighter lunch. But I think I might do it for tomorrow if I'm home. I got to go to the vet tomorrow with my dog, but I should be home by noon to do that. But I just wanted to show everybody my tofu mayonnaise. It doesn't look like I'm going to get anybody else on here anyway. But I'm thankful for what I do have on here because it's all good. I'm not out to score brownie points. I'm not to get 1.5 million viewers or 1,000 viewers every time, because I know it's impossible to get. What's my time zone? I live in Oregon, so I'm on the Pacific time zone right now. It's going on 1 o'clock. It's 20 minutes till 1 here. Oh, since Stacy came on, I'll show you. I haven't watched your replay yet, Stacy. I was gone when you came on. So here is my tofu mayonnaise. I think it looks really good. Oh, how long have I been scoping for? You mean this scope or in general? I've been scoping a while. When I first started scoping, I wasn't on very. Yes, it is. It's very good. In general, it's been, oh my goodness, it's been a long time now. I've been scoping long enough to have over 300 scopes. I can tell you that, close to 390 scopes. But the thing of it is, I've only got 100 of them on my profile. They only allow 100. So no, Periscope's only been around about 3 years, I think it was. In years, I didn't come on right away after they came about. because I was a little nervous. I watched everybody else, but I didn't come on right away. And when I first came on, I was very shy, so I'd be on about 4 or 5 minutes, and then I'd leave. I think so, Stacy, but it tastes very good. You know, tofu is an acquired taste, but I did only use half the tofu. That's what I called for. But I do intend to, Stacy. I found a tofu kidney bean burger on the internet that I want to try. That takes cumin and that, and I bought this stuff today, and I'm going to try that maybe tomorrow, because I'm really interested in making my own veggie burgers. I don't want any ham. Yes, doesn't that sound good? So it takes 2 cans of kidney beans, and it takes cumin, and I bought all that today. So I thought, well, boy, that's going to be a nice burger, plus a little more tofu, because I used half of this, and I think that takes all the... Yeah, they're not big on bean burgers. Well, I think I would like the kidney bean burgers better than the black bean. I'm not into black beans too much, but I love kidney beans. I used to eat kidney bean salad as a child. My aunt would fix kidney bean salad, which is something I could think about doing too, making a kidney bean salad. Yeah, and they're good for you. They're very good for you. They're healthy, you know. I did buy organic ones, so they had light ones and they had dark ones, although they didn't have the organic and light colored, so I got the red, the dark red ones. I think it really matters, and you can put it in the burger anyway. But I want to get organic, definitely. So I'm trying to get more organic than if at all possible. And now that Walmart's carrying the tofu, which it carried for a while, oh, you can't find any. It took me a long time to hunt for the one I found, Darlene. I looked for a long time, and when I saw that and what it's going to take, I thought, because most of them call for apple cider vinegar and stuff, and even the mayonnaise, some of them call for apple cider vinegar. Well, I guess you can substitute it for lemon juice. Or they would have nutritional yeast and stuff. I thought, well, I can't put that in there because we're not allowed to have that. So I finally found the tofu mayonnaise. It didn't call for any of that, and it still takes lemon juice, which is fine with me because I use that anyway. And the burger, it took me a while to find that. I mean, I've been looking a long time for the burger, and when I found that kidney bean tofu burger, I thought, oh my goodness, this sounds so good. It doesn't take anything that we can't eat. Everything can go in, except it calls for mustard, which is optional, which I wouldn't put that in there anyway. So I'm just putting everything else in there that it calls for. And it even calls for oats, which I have to put and you have to soak the oats for about 10 minutes. So, and I've got some steel cut oats, and I'm going to just use those. Yes, I am, whenever I do them. It probably won't be today anymore, but it might be tomorrow. I hope to do it tomorrow. And I'll try to get some of the prep work done ahead of time, a little bit, have everything out, so I'm not... Yeah, you shouldn't be having mustard. I don't like the taste of mustard anyway, so I can leave that out. A lot of the recipes you see on the internet, you have to tweak them to your liking, because you're not going to like everything that's in there, or you don't eat everything that's in there. So you have to either leave them completely out and substitute it for something else, or just not put it in there at all. That's what I found with the apple cider vinegar. They said if you don't want to use apple cider vinegar, you can use lemon juice. But this recipe I just did called for lemon juice, so that's what I put it in there. It would be better not to use steel cut oats. You usually sub with tahini. Well, it said oats. It didn't say oatmeal. It just said oats. So I figured that would be fine because it didn't say oatmeal. So I just used oats. Well, that's what it called for. So, yeah, there's so many out there, because I looked at it. It said gluten-free, but I don't think it really matters, as I'm not gluten. I don't have to worry about that anyway. I had the steel-cut oats. I thought, I'm not going to buy any more. I'll just soak them for 10 minutes or whatever, and it sounds like they're going to be a very good burger. I'm anxious to try them, but like I said, it's getting a little late now, and I want to do it tomorrow, or have a little bit more time where I can invest getting the things made and stuff like that. And like I said, it's going to take cumin too. I bought some powdered cumin. So I think it's all going to be really good, and that is organic too, and I'll show that to you. This is McCormick's organic cumin. So I thought I always search for organic in the spices if I possibly can. Oh, for burgers, rolled oats are better? Huh. Okay, rolled oats. Well, I've got quick oats. Oh, you have a shirt just like mine? I don't have any rolled oats. I've got quick oats though. And I've got the bigger oatmeal ones that I put in I do a pot for a potluck, but so you don't think that the steel cut oats would work for that, Stacy? Because I don't want to do the wrong thing. I may have to get some rolled oats. Oh, quick is the best. Okay, but when I've got some of that, which they're bigger ones, so I'll use that. I've got some quick oats, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. You know, I haven't yet. I want to do that, but I haven't made that scrambled. Stacy's got a nice scrambled tofu recipe on her website, and I want to try it. Oh, for texture? Well, I think I'll use the quick oats then. I've got some already in a airtight container that I keep on hand. Yeah, that's what I was wanting, old-fashioned oats, because usually buy the quick oats. I don't know what the difference is. They all look the same to me. However, I realize the steel cut oats is smaller, but you know, the quick oats and the old-fashioned oats all look the same to me. Oh, on YouTube is the tofu scramble. Yes, I'm going to watch that again, Stacy. I did watch that the day you did that. Oh, sweet potato fries. Oh my, there is. Oh, I'm sure there is a difference. Yet they look the same to me. But like I said, I do have some quick oats that I use for a casserole that I make for potluck. But I'm not going to make that anymore because it calls for cottage cheese. So I'm not going to make that one anymore. But I do have the quick oats, and just in case I need them for anything. I guess they might work better. I'm glad you came on so I could find this out, Stacy, because I didn't want to put the wrong oats in there. It sounds like you're onto something, for the simple fact that they would probably hold together better, right? If you have quick oats, it'll hold together better than you would with the steel cut oats. Yeah. Oh, okay, good. That's what I'm thinking, because the steel cut oats are small. So I'll just use my quick oats. Like I said, it's not going to take much, and I have some already in a container that I use. So I'm glad I found out about that. Oh, I'm just so anxious to try new things. We can all try new things and learn from each other. You know, I'm learning from you, Stacy, and Philip, and people are learning from me. You made fermented cashew cheese. Oh, you should have scoped that. I'd like to have seen what that was about. So, you know, I'm trying to learn as much as I can from you, Stacy, because you've been on this health plant-based diet for many years. You don't like baked burgers. Well, these are supposed to go into a skillet, but you gotta do some prep work to it. Wow. Think of me. Oh, brother. I don't think that was a very good comment. That person is rude. You fry them with coconut. Oh, you know, coconut oil, they say, is real good. You know, and I've learned a lot about coconut oil, which to get too. That you got to get the unrefined, right? You got to get, and I have the organic. I've got coconut oil. I've got two different kinds. I got refined, and I have extra virgin, which I think is better anyway for cooking and stuff. So I've got both kinds. I guess I did that so I didn't know which one was. That's what I thought. The organic is better. That's what they see, and that's what Erlene found out too, because she had the wrong ones. So, Gabriel, you just came on. This is my tofu mayonnaise I just made. It's real good. Organic, unrefined, extra virgin. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought too, that we're not to eat anything that's fermented. Yeah, we're not really supposed to have anything that's fermented. That's what I thought. No, she doesn't really make video. She's been on Periscope a few times, but hasn't shown her face. She does chirp scopes and stuff like that. But her and I are learning a lot from each other, because she'll send me recipes on Facebook Messenger. We talk every day on Facebook Messenger, so she'll send me recipes that I can try. And because she's done a lot, and she'll show me pictures of stuff that she's made, and I'd like to have the recipe. I've always been looking for a good veggie burger recipe. You know, I've seen Mama Rose's and stuff like that. And I thought, well, it seems like a lot of work. Well, the one I'm going to do is a lot of work too. But I happen to like beans, and I want to find one that could put beans in it, because I don't particularly care for black beans as much as I like kidney beans. This will work great. Although I probably could have substituted, if I found a black bean recipe, I probably could substitute for kidney beans anyway, you know. No, I think olive oil is supposed to be good for you, Darlene. It's supposed to be real good for you. I have the extra virgin olive oil is what I have, and mine's organic. And like I said, I buy organic as much as I can. I mean, Walmart has a whole row of organic olive oil. Just anything you can name, they've got it. So that's what I use. It's best to buy organic if at all possible. It's what you can do, you know. And oh, heated olive oil. That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Lentil burger. You know, I have some lentils, and I haven't done anything with them yet. But they're not the kind that Stacy's picks for her soup on her. Now the lentils I have, Stacy, are not the red ones. They're the brown ones. Are they okay to use in the soup substitute? Because I didn't want to go buy extra, because I already had these lentils, and I wanted to make your soup that's on your website, but they're not red, they're the brown. Okay, good. So I can make it that way, because I know it's going to take a while for that too, because I love lentil soup. I love lentils, and I've eaten a lot of them, you know. After I became a Seventh-day Adventist, I ate a lot of them. I haven't eaten them so long, but I bought some in bulk a while back, and I want to eat them. You know, got to find something to do with them. So, oh, they only like the red. Is there a difference in the taste of it? Because I have only had the brown myself, and I didn't know that there was red lentils until I saw your YouTube channel. Oh, you made it Sabbath past. Is there a difference to the taste of it, or do they both pretty much taste the same, Stacy? Because since I've only had the brown, I don't know about the red. Oh, they're both okay. Good. Yeah, I know. I've only had the brown lentils. Now I think I can get the red lentils in bulk. I did see them there, but I already had the brown, so I'm just gonna. Oh, that's okay. They're different. Well, I thought I would try it sometime, because I had the brown already, and I don't want to get rid of it, you know. So I'm gonna fix them and put them in. Oh yeah, you're like me. I'm not particular. I'll just eat anything that's good for me and healthy. That's what we need to do. We need to be healthy. That's why I do these scopes, so we can all be healthy. Well, since I'm the only one here, I don't have to worry about, you know, saying if I don't like something, it's going to get thrown away, because I know what I like, and I fix what I like, and that's what I do. And, you know, and I know what it's going to taste like before, because I fixed it before, like my avocado dressing, and I fixed that before, so I know what that, you know, and stuff like that. But this is something I've never made before, and I wanted to give it a try. So I'm glad that I did give it a try, because I wanted to be able to use tofu, because I know tofu is real good. And now that I've got some tofu, I can make some of those burgers. I can make some tofu scramble sometime. I'm going to try your recipe that you did on YouTube, and so, but I think I'm gonna have to go in a little bit, because I got to get ready to eat my lunch, because it's 1 o'clock here. But I thank you all for coming on and supporting me in this, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do these periscopes, because it's you that support me and help me to keep me going, and that's why I do these. I want to keep going. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock here, so I got to get my lunch. I haven't had lunch yet, so but I'm gonna say, have a great and marvelous day wherever you might be. Oh, I love you all too so very, very much. Oh, you just got there? Yeah, I know. I can stay on for a little bit longer though, because you just got here. But you can watch the replay though, Stacy. It's just like being there then. So, but thank you for everybody for coming on and supporting me. Take care and have a great and marvelous day, and bye-bye.